Hey everybody, 5th Horseman here, playing our Kerbal Space Program. I just wanted to see really quick, we have 834 sciences. But before we start anew, I just wanted to show you something. We are, actually I'm going to delete this raw time alarm. We are in year 9, day 116. That's as far as I felt like fast forwarding. But before we do anything, I remembered that we have probes on the moon, each with the ability to do one, whatever you want to call it. Actually, I think we might have probes on Midmas too. Let's see. Let's turn our flags off. There we go. Highlands Lander. Yeah, we're just going to go to each one of these one by one. And apparently I can't fly. Oh, there we go. Highlands Lander. Fly this one. We're going to go to each one of these and we're going to do an experiment and send the data home. Because Jeb would have done that. I forgot to. This guy has no electric charge, so he can't do a darn thing. So I guess we're going to, tell you what, we'll go around and we'll do each one that's in the sun. That includes Farside Lander Crater. Let's switch to him. Because you know Jeb would have relearned this data. Looks like they only have one. Observe the materials bay. Give me 20 science for that. And I'm going to do each one of these, and then I will be back to show you how much science we have in the science room. So I'll be back. Okay, well, this guy seems to be broken. I don't know what's wrong with him. Everybody else transmitted their data, and I was speeding up time, and it was saying a bunch of 0%, so I don't know how much data I got. But this guy's definitely broken. I've observed the thing I tried to transmit, and it just has not sent anything. And then I tried to abort the transmission, and now it says it's aborting it, and that's all it's doing. So, oh well, we've got enough science. We have plenty. I don't remember how much we started with. 823, I think it was. 861. Yeah, see, we did not get anywhere near. We should have gotten like 100 science for all of that, because we had 5 landers. We actually had 6 landers, but one of them was broken. 5 landers, 20 science each. So, yeah, we didn't. Something going on with the science. I'm not sure. Okay, well, we're going to unlock 7, as I said, tech nodes. We're going to unlock this one, which gives us the same stuff it got us before. And I'm going to do specific ones. This is our second one that we're going to unlock. We're going to get those little winglets. Then we're going to unlock this one, which gives us plain nose cone, or cockpit here. That's 3. And then we're going to unlock our aerodynamics package, which is going to give us control surfaces and wings, a radial air intake, jet fuel, and a jet engine. And then we need landing gear, which I was kind of expecting to be included in that package. I don't know where the landing gear is. Okay, I'm back, and all is not lost. I looked it up in the wiki, and I've unlocked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tech nodes. Let's go 6 to unlock this one. And then landing gear to unlock this one. And there's our 7. We have to do something before we can unlock anything else. So we're going to exit out of here, and Jeb is going to go to the spaceplane hangar. It's a new day, the dawn of a new day. You heard the birds chirping there. It's so early in the morning that the sun hasn't even risen yet. But we're going to build a spaceplane. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I have never built a spaceplane before. I have no idea what I'm doing. I shouldn't say I have no idea what I'm doing. I have a moderate idea what I'm doing. I know the very, very basics of spaceflight. I don't know that much about space, or about, I should say. Okay, there's our center of thrust, which seems kind of weird. I guess it's just sort of a default thing. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's go center of lift and center of mass. What I do know about spaceflight is, or about, I keep saying spaceflight. What I do know, it looks like the only wings I have. Let's go ahead and put this on. Actually, let's not put that on. Let's put some swept wings on here. I do know that you want your center of lift. I can't control it. You want your center of lift slightly in front of your center of mass. That much I know. So let's go ahead and turn on symmetry. Get our center of lift right here. That looks pretty good. We're going to put a basic jet engine on the back of this guy. A standard air-breathing engine. This model utilizes limited range thrust vectoring, normal cruising speeds and altitudes. Well, that's the only engine I have, so let's go ahead and slap him on the back there. We're going to have to move our wings back as we go, but no big deal. And let's see, we need some landing gear. We think that it would automatically rotate correctly. There we go. And of course it does. I bet you all at home love watching this. It is amazing how many ways I can incorrectly do this. Okay, there we go. So we're going to put landing gear here. And one landing gear here, which is horrible. Really is terrible. Not only is it terrible, it's off center. This is our first attempt here. Give us a break. And we need to bring the wings back even more. And turn on symmetry. Actually, what I could do is I could make the wings go down one. And no, that would be horrible. We're just going to do that. Problem is it's going to be pointing down on the runway, which I really don't want. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do this. Maybe we'll see what I'm doing. Ah. Is this like the opposite of the VAB, or am I just stupid? I'm probably just stupid. Okay, you know what? Let's take these guys. There we go. We're going to do that. And that. And yes, it looks stupid, but that's what we're going to do. Okay, this is a basic jet. We're going to bring the center lift a little bit ahead here. I think it'll work. We should probably add some control surfaces on here. I guess it's under aerodynamic. I guess we'll just do that. And why not a tail? Do we actually have it? We have a tail fin. Okay, so let's do that. And I think this control surface would look ridiculous on it. Although, no, I'm not going to bother. Oh wait, we have a small control surface. And we can just put it like, yeah. That works for me. Okay, we've got an engine. We've got a thrust-to-weight ratio of 2. I'm going to assume that's good. And our goal today, for some crazy reason today, is to land on the launch pad on the other ship. You know what I mean? The island. So we're going to launch. I didn't even name this ship. I clicked launch, and I think the game just crashed. The game hates my planes so much. I've actually had this happen before, and I don't remember what I did to fix it. Yeah, see, because I can still click certain things and change them. So the game hasn't crashed, it just doesn't work anymore. Which I guess is the same thing. I don't remember what I think that was my flag. I'm going to have to cancel out and be right back. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Okay, I found the problem. And I had seen it before. It was when I was screwing around with directories. What happened was... I have no ship. What happened was I... what's the word? When I copied my save over, I apparently didn't copy the subdirectories. So I lost all my ships. I probably still have them in the backup, but I don't care enough, honestly, to bring them back, because we're starting a whole new career, and all that old stuff is old. And how often do you use an old ship anyway? Actually, I like them backwards better. So I'm going to really quickly rebuild this, and I guess you don't really need to see me rebuild it because you already saw me build it, so I will be back in a moment. Okay, we're back, and I don't know what all these things mean, but my center of lift is pitched forward slightly. I'm sure that's important. And it's also above and in front of the center of mass, and my center of thrust is also above the center of mass. I don't know exactly what that means and how that's going to affect the flight, but there's only one way to find out. Another thing is this thing has no power generation capabilities, and I don't think I brought any... I don't think I bought, I should say, any... yeah, I don't have any solar panels, but I do have batteries, so I think I'm going to slap a couple batteries on this guy. I don't know how much they're needed, but it'll bring my center of mass up a little bit, right? Let's just put 2 of them right there. Oh, and we probably need... Oh, wait, I bet we don't have a ladder. Ladders are so blasé. So when Jeb gets out of this thing, he can't get back in. And he's going to get out because we're going to take a surface sample over at the other base. So let's go ahead and save this guy as plane 1 because we are so creative. It's also night, and I have no desire to make my first flight ever in a ship that I've built at night, so I am going to fast forward time until dawn. I'm also going to turn my brakes on. Well, the plane didn't explode on the launch pad or on the runway. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to wait for dawn. There we go, flying into the sun. And I'm going to hit F5 just so I don't have to fast forward time again. I don't really care if it crashes, but, you know. Okay, those work. That works. Apparently, if I am correct here... Yeah, I can actually steer with the with these things now. But we're not going to worry about that. We're going to turn on the engine. Did I need to put air intakes on this thing? I apparently did. Okay, we're going to actually go back to the Space Center. Wait, you're throttled up, Ken. Let's go ahead and... No. We're going to go back to the Space Center. That way, when we come back out here, we will, it'll be dawn. And then I won't have to quick save. So let's add some air intakes to our ship. Because we know everything about how to fly airplanes. Did I mention this is my first airplane? Okay, air intakes. Where is that? Is it under aerodynamic? There we go. Radial air intake. I don't know where a good place to put this is. Let's put one right here. Is 1 enough? Put 2 more there. That looks pretty sweet. How did that change my center of lift, mass, and thrust? It's bringing my center of mass up a little bit, which I guess is good. And my center of lift is still in front of it, and my center of thrust is basically behind it. So let's save plane 1. It doesn't really count. We're going to recover plane 1 on the launch pad, and let's try this out. Oh, that means Jeb's not going to be the first one to fly. Oh well, I think Jeb will live. Bill! Are you ready, Bill? Do you have any idea what you're doing here? We're throttling up. Okay, we've got air coming into the plane. It is accelerating. I have no idea how fast we have to get going before we're going to actually lift off. But I'm just trying to give it lift here. So far, the plane has not crashed, which in my mind is good, although we're starting to wander off the runway. And we have yet to even think about, oh, we're going to hit that light. We are going to crash directly into the light at the end of the runway. Okay, I'm going to revert to launch. I don't know how to make the plane go any faster than it is. But let's throttle up the engine again and see what happens here. And I'm very afraid to try to turn, but I will if we start to head towards the light at the end of the runway. And we're already... Yeah, I already turned a little bit, and it didn't seem to destroy the plane. We are heading straight down this thing here. Okay, not straight down. Nothing yet? Well, we're not going to hit the lights at the end of the runway, but we're also not taking off. Oh, ho, 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 ho! Landing gear. Okay, I have never flown a plane before in Kerbal Space Program. This guy seems to be fairly, fairly controllable, to be honest. I'm a bit surprised. I know I'm not turning correctly. I should probably have a gamepad for this. Yeah, I'm going to call this a successful launch. Can't see Bill in the cockpit. Oh well. This engine apparently generates electric charge, which is nice to know. I probably didn't need those batteries. I would assume the cockpit has some sort of electric charge. Yeah, it's got 50, so it probably would have been plenty. Landing gear did its job. It's going to take a long time to get to this island. We're kind of heading in the right direction. I was going to go up a little bit. Yeah, definitely want more engines on a plane if it's going to... it's going to be going for any long distance here, like this island. 2 or 3 engines on this thing probably would have been a better idea. I am going to try... Can I hit F5? No, because I'm in the atmosphere. Okay, I'm going to physics warp 1. Okay, this plane does pretty good in physics warp 1. I think I'm going fast enough. I'm not going to bother with... Whoa! Okay, let's turn the physics warp off. It got confused. So we definitely can't do physics warp 2 on this thing. Yeah, our air intake is actually not the highest it could be, which is kind of weird. I don't know exactly what that means. Should I have put more intakes on, or is there something else going on? Oh well, let's when I speed up the physics, we get more air. Whoa, but the plane gets really uncontrollable. Bill, you're going to have to get there on 1 speed. In addition to never flying my own plane, I have flown a couple of the stock planes. Just to fly around. I flew to the mountains in one of the planes, in a plane that could warp a little bit. Way back I think it was in 0.22. No, okay, so it wasn't way back, but... Okay, I'm going to throttle down a little bit. One thing I've never done is land. I've never even tried. I'm bringing my landing gear down. We are slowing down. Why, no, I don't know what I'm doing. However, could you tell? I do know you want to be going moderately slow and moderately flat and moderately at the runway. Okay, we're going to buzz the tower. And then we're going to loop around and we're going to try to land again. And we're going to buzz the tower without hitting it. Okay, there we go. We buzzed the tower. Okay, Bill's going to loop the plane around. This is probably a bad idea. I'm turning really sharp. Yeah, there's a certain amount of turn that you can do, apparently. And I am doing more of it than I can. Okay, we are going to... Whoa! Yeah, this is a lot harder than rockets, that's for sure. Okay, we're gonna loop around really slow here. Maybe not this slow. Yeah, I'm like watching the nav ball and the ground and the plane. Oh. I feel like a plane would not do this in real life. Oh God. Oh God. I'm giving it full. And sorry. Sorry, Bob. An unsuccessful first try. Do I have time for another one? I'm actually on a time limit. I have 15 minutes. We're going to try one more. We are going to revert to launch. Apparently that whole thing took 4 minutes and 53 seconds, which doesn't seem possible. I think possibly the spaceplane hangar, or the spaceplane hangar, the island is a little... what's the term? It's a little too big of a plan for our first flight. I think we should launch out into the water and then turn around and try to land on the main runway. Whoa. I'm just trying to keep this thing straight down the runway so we don't crash into those lights. I would also love it if it would take off before the end of the runway. Because like as soon as we leave the runway, we're fine. I'm not even gonna put the gear up. Whoa. Maybe I'll put the gear up. Seems to be causing some drag. Okay, we're gonna get a decent away from the runway here. And then we are going to turn. We're going to turn. There we go. Feels like I'm still in physics warp. Should I have fine-tune control on, maybe? Oh, I know what it is. I didn't have my computer on. Okay, let's turn fine-tune control off, because that seems to be screwing me up. Okay. Now, let's turn around. Turn this plane around. All I want is a successful landing. I don't even need to land on the runway. Even that's probably overzealous. I'm going to try to land on the runway. But we're going to call that Plan A. And not make it a requirement for a successful flight. Instead, our requirement for a successful flight is not dying. Oh, it's Bill, actually. I think I said it was Bob. Okay, we're going to throttle down. We're going to put our gear down. We're going to turn the engines off. What the hell? Yeah, I don't think we're landing on the runway here. Okay, the flat ground around the Space Center is fine. This is fine. It's all fine here, thanks. The plane does fly quite well. I will say that. But yeah, I have to be coming in really low, really long, because this thing glides like a... So this would be fun to glide in from space, I think. But yeah, I've used like no fuel. This thing would have awesome range. We're just coasting in for a very slow landing. And now that I say that I haven't landed, I realize I have, because I took Jeb over the desert once in a plane, and I landed him successfully. That might not have even been in 0.22. Okay, here we go. Oh, a little bit of crashing, and he died anyway! Oh, I think I need more wheels. I think I need wheels on my wings. Well, tell you what. I don't have enough time for another flight. So we're gonna call this here. This will not count. I can't research more. I have to at least land and get a guy out and test the ground wherever he lands. So we're gonna come back next tomorrow, I guess, and try this again. I hope you enjoyed watching me flail and fail. I am 5thHorseman, and I will, as always, talk at you later.